Today is Friday, November 15th, and yesterday, November 14th, my 22-year-old son passed away. And I'm tired, and my heart physically hurts, but I'm okay. And I need to record this video and share it, not to look for sympathy or condolences. More importantly, there is a message that needs to be delivered, and I'm hoping that you will help me by sharing this. If you don't know me, my name is Kim. I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And I know there's a lot of you watching this that are moms, and maybe you've had this experience before. I know some of you have. I know that, and some of you can be feeling like, I can't imagine. You know, we have our children, and you know, you have these beautiful little souls, you know, the school pictures, and you know, you think, you know, what are they going to be when they grow up, and you know, who are they going to marry, and how many kids are they going to have? And you don't think about, I wonder if they're going to have anxiety or depression, or I wonder if they're going to be suicidal or become addicted to drugs. But this is a reality that's happening all the time, every single day. My son Tristan, I knew from the time when he was a little boy, was an old soul. I could see it from the time he could talk. And I knew that he had a special purpose in this life. I didn't know that his purpose would involve so much suffering and sacrifice to teach so many lessons. I'm a teacher of yoga, meditation, and energy healing. And I think the universe put me on that path, you know, 6-7 years ago to prepare me for this. And I've had many great teachers. But honestly, Tristan was my greatest teacher. He taught me non-judgment. He taught me acceptance. He taught me that you can't fix anyone, that you can't change anyone, and that you have no control over anyone or anything outside of you. I did learn these from other places, but he presented the opportunities to really put me to the test and to do the work. All the work that I've been teaching people and then having to do myself. And those of you that do know me, you know, the last few years have been referred to as a bit of a shitstorm. But I've been grateful for it because there's been so much learning and personal growth and purpose in it. You know, it's allowed me to learn and to grow, and it was Tristan who taught me to find calm in chaos. It really was. And you know, I saw him in the last 5 years cry more than he laughed, and he suffered so much. When he was young, I was looking back at photos, and he just had such a love for life. He loved animals, and family was so important to him. And I know he wanted to really just have a family of his own. Like everybody, he just wanted to feel safe. He wanted to be heard, to be loved, and to belong. Just like every single one of us. And there are so many people out there that have chosen the same journey that Tristan did, that are struggling and suffering and needing to be loved and needing to be safe and to be heard. And the lesson, I think the lesson is that it's time for us to wake the fuck up. Just in society, you know, we We have a lot of people in this world that are really focusing on loving kindness and healing. But there's a lot of fear and a lot of hatred in the world, and we see it every day on the news and social media, and even in our own communities. We judge. There's racism. There is just a lack of compassion. We need to stop being asshole humans and just be compassionate humans. It's in our nature. We're born this way, but something happened along the way. And beautiful souls like Tristan, I think, have come into this life to try to remind us of that. And these things happen, and they kind of wake us up temporarily, and then we fall back into old ways, and we kind of turn into asshole humans again. We become less compassionate, less understanding, more judgmental, until the next person suffering ends their life. I'm grateful that he is no longer suffering. I do so wish that he could have made different choices, that he could have had the family that he loved or wanted, and just really enjoyed life the way we all really want to, and the way we all deserve to. But we need to stop band-aiding all of these social problems and issues and deal with the root cause of the suffering and the fear and the pain that is happening in the world. As I mentioned, one of the things that he taught me is that you can't fix someone, you can't make them better, they have to do it. And we can lead a horse to water, we can't make them drink. And I know that Tristan left this world knowing that I understand that. I know he left knowing that I loved him no matter what, that even though I didn't agree with some of his choices and whatnot, that I still loved him unconditionally and was proud of him. And some people may look at the situation and see, some street kid or addict. And we tend to label people as a society, and it just adds to the fear and adds to the problem. We need to stop labeling others, and especially labeling ourselves. And I know there are people out there, maybe you watching are an addict, or you were an addict. And it used to just bother me so much to hear Tristan say, "Mom, I'm always going to be an addict." And I just thought, no, that's so wrong. That's such a wrong belief to have. But somewhere in this system, that's what people are taught, to go to these meetings and say, "I'm so-and-so and I'm an addict," or "and I'm an alcoholic." Why would we label ourselves like that? Why would we tell ourselves that we can never be anything more or anything better than an alcoholic or an addict or whatever it is? We need to change the way we see things, the way we approach things, the way we live our life, the way we treat others, and the way we treat ourselves. I know there's going to be a lot more to come from this, from me personally. Like I said, Tristan was my greatest teacher, and he allowed me to test everything that I learned, all these tools and resources that I always talk about for finding common chaos. And I'm grateful for him for teaching me that. And I'm sad that he had to suffer and sacrifice for me to learn that, but I am forever grateful that he did. And I feel like my purpose now is to continue to share that message and to teach others. Because the reality is, shitstorms happen every day. And people are dying from overdoses every day. People are dying from suicide and so many other, unfortunate ways because of suffering. And what we really need in this world, more than anything, is more love and kindness, compassion and light. And so I guess I just want to share that with you, and I hope that you will go into your day, and not just today, but every day, and try to be a little less judgmental, a little more understanding, a little more accepting, a little more compassionate. One of the other things I learned, especially as a mother, is that the best way that we could be of service, of assistance to anybody in the world, is to shine our light and be this beacon of love. And that means taking care of ourselves, loving ourselves, and always trying to stay in that place of love, heart-based living. And that's where our greatest strength comes. And that's what Tristan taught me, was strength too. He gave me so much strength, and I am forever grateful, forever grateful. This is still all unfolding. As I mentioned, this just happened yesterday. So I may be back to share, but I just wanted to share this with some purpose, and not just to make a post saying that I lost my son yesterday. I wanted to share this in hopes that it can help us to start to make some change. And there's lots of you out there, I know, that are going through the same thing or have been through the same thing, and some of you are going to go through this. And I send you love and light. Thank you for listening, and I hope you share. Have a beautiful day. I want to just leave a song, my favorite song that really had a lot of meaning to me with our whole situation, especially with Tristan. It's called I Am Light. And I tattooed it on my arm there. And a few years ago, I did the semicolon tattoo fundraiser for mental health, and it was at the time when Tristan was going through a lot of his struggles, and I have a space to add his name there now. Always in my heart. I love you, Tristan. Thank you for choosing me to be your mom, and for teaching me so much about life and helping me to find purpose. To those of you watching, I hope you enjoy the song. Listen to the words, and I hope you find some meaning in it. Thank you.
I am light, I am light. I am not the things my family did. voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the broken.